The Kurdish and Turkish conflict began in the early 1900s and is still being carried out today with unjust and military power by the Turkish and Iraqi power. In 1920, when a group known as the Kurds were given a small area of land as their own, they got it executed from their grasp when the Republic of Turkey made the decision to expand their own land into that unpretentious given territory. So what were the Kurds to do? The Turks had fought to gain this new land. However, wasn't it supposed to belong to the Kurds in the first place? European allies of the Kurds originally granted them with a state to call their own, Kurdistan, under the 1920 Treaty of Sevres. However, before the treaty could even be ratified, the Turks, under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal, fought their way into gaining the land for themselves. Unfortunately for the Kurds, they would now have to live under the supremacy of the Turks, where their language would be law illegal until 1991, as well as an attempted ban on suppressing their culture. Trying to win back their rights and the opportunity to be their own state, the Kurds have attempted many unsuccessful rebellions against the Turkish and Iraqi armies, but have deemed failure every time. The constant conflict between both sides results in heavy physical damage, littering the roads of Turkey after each rebellion and riot. Since 1984, there have been about a total of 42,044 casualties between the Kurds and Turks, including innocent civilians. Both sides have made major violations to human rights by assassinating political leaders such as Akhtar Sirik, first secretary of the Turkish embassy. Physical damage has occurred whenever there have been riots, protests, and militia fighting between the two groups, heavily damaging civilian villages on multiple occasions. The United States considers the Kurdistan's Workers' Party, Partiya Kakaran Kurdistan (PKK), the main Kurdish rebel group, a terrorist organization along with the European Union. In 1999, the U.S., along with other countries, was involved in a military campaign in Kenya to capture the leader of the PKK. On the 15th of February 2014, the PKK posted a notice on their website about how they would take a stance against those who have disrupted their people's movements and morals and ruptured the doings of their leader, APO. While it may seem like the Kurds have been fighting all their battles alone, they have military help coming from allies such as the United States. After Iraq was defeated in the 1991 Gulf War, the Kurds launched another ineffective rebellion in which the U.S. did not get involved, but inserted troops to protect the Kurds from the Iraqi army. After the U.S. gunned down the Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein in 2003, the Iraqi Kurds acquired even more autonomy than they did when the Iran Kurds secured an independent republic in 1946. Although the Iranian Kurds lost the republic within a year of gaining it, Iraq's Kurds have made several more attempts through the 1930s, 40s, and the 1970s. Kurds speak Kurdish and are Iranian people. They inhabit mainly Kurdistan with parts in Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Turkey. Kurds do not adhere as an ethnic group to a specific religion, but a majority of Kurds are Sunni Muslims, but also have a large amount of the Kurdish population following Yarsin, Yazidis, Judaism, and Zoroastrianism. Their physical characteristics consist of that of most Middle Eastern people, usually dark hair, slightly brownish tan skin, and dark eyes. Turks are Sunni Muslim and primarily live in Turkey. The current constitution of Turkey says a Turk is anyone that is a citizen of Turkey, but ethnically this is incorrect and causes ethnic issues. A cosmopolitan of Kurdistan, being forced to live in Turkey, may consider their ethnicity to belong to Kurdistan or to another ethnicity of the Middle East, but the Turkish constitution states otherwise. This may cause more rebellious acts of the Kurdish people, resulting in an augmentation of aggressive calamities. They are an ethnicity with no official state, living under the malicious control of the region's more powerful nationalities. The original Turkish leader that led the Ottoman military in a turbulent defeat in World War I, followed by a conquesting Turkish War of Independence, Mustafa Kemal, also the first president of the Republic of Turkey, died from cirrhosis of the liver in Lebanon, the country's largest city, on November 10, 1938. Lebanon's grid coordinates are 42.0136 degrees north and 28.9550 degrees east.